Welcome back for another video. So today I want to talk about imperfection and embracing that when it comes to meditating. Like I am with these YouTube videos, you got to go with it. Just roll with it. And everything that is around becomes part of that meditation. In order to get that depth, right, that checking in. When I say depth, I mean beyond this physical and in, right? Checking in on your emotions, checking in on your thoughts that you have, that inner world that often we don't tap into. You know, a lot of us will look at ourselves in the mirror and see what physically needs to be, worked on, right? We could be biggest critics with that. And we can see when we're tired physically. But when we go in to the inner world, it's not so easily seen, right, at a glance like it can be obviously in a mirror. So this is a beautiful practice. For me, it's 50-50. If I do something in the physical, I have to match it in the invisible world, or that inside, the inner world of myself. Checking in is just another part of looking after yourself and the wellness of you. So it's something that's not taught often in our schools, and so we have to teach ourselves to a certain extent. And so I want to make this practical. I want to keep this simple. So when I was a police officer some 6 years ago now, I really wanted to learn how to meditate. I really wanted to learn those skills, because I had a feeling it was going to help me in my stress levels, and somehow help me to know who I was underneath all of the roles and all the huge responsibilities I had. I kind of felt like I was full or stuck. And so for me, the best practice was actually learning single pointed focus, because I was already in like that masculine energy of, serve and protect, that I was able to do the masculine single pointed focus with a T. That was like a passion of mine. So I would learn how to sit with it. Even in the police station, I would sit with it and breathe and take a sip. So in a nutshell, I'll go over it now. And this still works now. Sometimes I sit down on my meditation pillow, which I'll introduce you to in the upcoming videos as we get more and more into this. But I would sit down, I sit down now, and of a morning I often will have my cup of tea and just breathe. Just like take a sip, hold that breath, swallow, keep that breath held, feel that warm liquid going down, and then breathe out through the nose. Right? And by controlling the breath in such a way, you can slow down your heart rate. Right? You stop the thoughts that go on and on and on in your brain, and you come down to this place of just being with yourself, without any roles or responsibilities, just being with yourself. Even if there's noises around you, there's chaos happening around you, you can take those few moments to do that, taking a sip. So you take that breath, hold it, take that sip, swallow, allow the liquid to drop, and then breathing out through the nose, right? Very simple practice, but one that really does impact your mental health in a really positive way. Tried and tested by myself for many years, and it's worked. So something to point out with it's single pointed focus, obviously not just with your breathing, but if you're not paying attention, you're going to burn yourself. So essentially it's a matter of knowing what your hands are doing, bringing that in line with your breath, and those two on the outside, basically, merging that liquid on the inside. And so it becomes like a whole practice. You know, very simple. But I started with that. And then moving on to, if you don't want to do a single pointed focus, but you do want to access that inner stillness, or that, not even inner stillness, I suppose, it's more of what's going on inside, tapping in, creating that space for yourself in a matter of moments, even if you're not alone. The next step is to sit, just to be, and feel whatever's supporting you, right? So feeling your chair, feeling your feet flat against the floor if you're sitting in a chair, feeling your spine nice and relaxed, yet straight, and just allowing yourself to notice all the senses, right? One after the other. For example, you might want to look around the rooms with your eyes, using your sense of eyesight, right? And then you might want to keep them open and sort of staring down toward the floor in front of you. And then noticing any smells, noticing any sounds, noticing any tastes, right? And including anything, accepting anything that's around you in your present moment. There is no perfection with meditation, right? Bringing this to our world. There is no perfection, just accepting everything that arises here. And then we go on to the breath and feeling our body. So feeling the temperature on the skin, noticing if there's any tension anywhere, right? Going through. So it's very practical, very grounded, and any sounds that happen around you, include it in, like I am with this video, showing you that there is still a way to stay focused despite an imperfect environment. Doesn't matter. Just be here with you. If you can't look after you, if you can't answer the question, what's happening with me right now internally, right? Where am I up to? What's up? You know, check-in time. If we can't do that enough with ourselves, how are we meant to give and serve and look after others around us? We have this opportunity to lead by example. And for me, as a parent, I do try to do this as much as possible. Once again, there is no perfection. If we can keep saying that to ourselves and allow just the truth of everything that we experience to come. He's my dog now. If we can allow that, then straight away we can relieve some of the stress and some of the pressures that we have. So there's two simple little techniques to use. Give it a whirl. I'd love to hear any feedback. And I'll be back with some more tips and tricks in the future. I'll see you soon.